Hi, I'm Kade.
And I'm Curtis.
And welcome to the show where we turn your afternoon from...
Meh.
To... Meh. Cue the intro. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, da, ba. This episode, we're going to talk about popular games from the mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
First up on the list, we have Donkey Kong Country from 1994.
Donkey Kong Country.
Classic. Absolute staple.
I think we still are in the classic realm of video games. But, Donkey Kong Country. It was, the game that made popular.
Yeah. One of the best soundtracks out of any of these OG games.
Yeah.
I still listen to it.
Definitely. You got Cranky Kong in there.
Yeah. And you got the donkey.
Donkey.
And the Diddy. And sometimes they ride a rhino.
That's right.
Sometimes when you get all the letters.
Looks like a Play-Doh, a rhino made out of Play-Doh.
Yeah. And then when you get all Kong letters, you turn into an ostrich and you got to get the bananas and you got to fly and stuff.
Yeah.
Good game. And the minecart. Minecart super fun.
Levels. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
You can make... I guess your monkey ability makes you be able to jump an entire minecart.
Yeah. Dude, you got so much muscle mass that you just jump with it. Next up after that one, we have Super Metroid from 1994.
Super Metroid.
Super.
Amazing. Because I think the ship comes at you.
Wow.
Big.
Massive. Dare I say... Classic.
I think in Super Metroid, you revisited the original Metroid planet.
I don't remember.
I think that's what it was.
I think this the one on the Game Boy? I don't know. It might have been ported over later.
No, because it says Super in the name. Anything that says Super means it's on the Super Nintendo.
Right.
Because I don't know. I don't know why it's not Super Donkey Kong Country.
Super.
That was a weird thing that
they put Super on everything.
Nintendo was doing at the time. That was weird. Yeah, but whatever.
After that one, we have Doom 2 from 1994.
2.
Now, this is the one that I think I played.
They could improve Doom. How much? I mean...
Yeah, they added like more guns or something. And like some more demon dudes.
Yeah, and I think it was a little bit more detailed.
Yeah.
I think then we'll have to spend like $90 on a graphics card.
Absolutely insane. 90.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Super expensive. After that one, we have Sonic 3.
Sonic 3.
Now, I don't remember this one too well. I remember 2 because it was Sonic and Tails.
Sonic and Tails.
The number 3, I don't know what was
not
the
the one where they had the red Sonic?
No, I think that was Sonic and Knuckles, but he might have been in there.
Yeah. So it was just, it was probably Steel Tails?
Yeah, probably. It was probably just more levels.
Yeah.
More, whoop.
And just more Sonic.
More donuts.
I don't think the game really ever changed, did it? It was always pretty much the same. Just different levels.
Yeah, I mean, even
the
now.
The bad guy, Dr. Robotnik, I think that was his name.
Yep.
Always up to no
Or
good.
Eggman. I don't know when they changed it. It could have been 3. That could have been the selling point.
Maybe that's
Dr.
what it
Eggman.
was. Yeah, because Robotnik was dead already.
It's the same guy, I think. Anyway. After that one, we have Donkey Kong Country 2 from 95.
Yeah.
They slang those out, man.
Yeah, they did. I think because all they were doing was like, we already built all these characters. Just make different levels.
Yeah.
New game.
This one, I think, was very focused on Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
And I think you could also... It was like Diddy Kong and... What was the other one? Like Mini Kong? The girl with the pigtails. I think she was the other one. Instead of Donkey and Diddy, it was Diddy and her.
What was her
name?
Dang it.
Was it Tiny Kong?
Tiny. I think that's what it was. I think it was Tiny Kong, yeah.
But those were the characters. I think they still did the same stuff.
I don't think so in Donkey Kong Country 2. I think I think it was just a copy with more levels.
That might have been it. I might be thinking of something else.
I think you are. I think you're thinking about in the future.
Future.
Yeah.
Classic.
Which is still a classic.
After that one, we have Command and Conquer from 1995.
Command and Conquer.
This is really like when PC gaming was coming up.
Yeah, I think PC gaming was really coming up. Even though Doom really was...
Yeah, Doom was
probably
on PC,
much
right?
more... boost to PC gaming than
Command and Conquer.
Was. But Command and Conquer, strategy.
It's a timeless classic.
Building a game. But I thought it was so cool. So since we live in Las Vegas, that actually Westwood Studios, who makes Command and Conquer, was in Las Vegas. And I was like, ooh, a local hometown video game.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
That's good stuff.
I later got to tour the whole Westwood Studios facility while they were making, I think, Red Alert 2 or something like that.
That's
got to
cool.
see the huge, giant chroma blue studio.
I didn't know that they were in Vegas, actually. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I actually worked less than a mile. Where I worked at the time was like less than a mile from there.
Oh.
It's a whole studio.
That's cool.
It was pretty sweet. Huge,
super neat.
Huge render farm to render all the games. I got to meet all the people who did all the voices in the games because it was the actual workers.
Oh, they also
like
did
the marketing
voices.
Lady was like the computer, and you know what I mean. It was some other guy who did a good Russian accent. He could be that guy. And they were just like regular employees,
just people around the office.
Like the IT guy was the voice of the engineer.
Nice.
That's how I got the tour. Was
you knew the IT guy?
I knew the IT guy.
Okay. After that one, we got another big one. We got Duke Nukem 3D.
Duke Nukem 3D. To me, this game was revolutionary.
Well, yeah, because it's like Doom, but it was multiplayer, right?
8 simultaneous players.
Ooh, 8.
8 simultaneous players.
Because what was multiplayer before that? It was 2 max, and it had to be local.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably some games that could play 4.
Maybe.
And maybe probably Doom 2 or something like that could probably do.
They might have had some deathmatch mode or something.
Right. But Duke Nukem. 8 simultaneous players. And this is where I really started playing a lot of games.
Oh, yeah?
With Duke Nukem. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I joined the pro ladder.
Wow. Pro.
Ranked, where you would play ranked games. And when I joined the ladder, I was like ranked 14,000, something like that.
Yeah.
And I would play minimum 6 hours a day, which today would be like, I don't know.
Relatively casual gaming.
I don't know if that's casual. That's still a lot of gaming.
Well, you get...
But at that time, it was like, you are insane.
Yeah.
6 hours a day playing the same video game over and over and over again. But I tell you what, I ended up being ranked 14th in the world.
Dang!
On that game.
Ooh. And didn't you use like a trackball?
I did use a trackball. A 4-button trackball. Obviously, you have every pixel memorized of every single map.
Right.
And it was freaking amazing. I loved it.
That's
the
crazy.
Whole time. 14th in the world. I was ranked on that game, and I mean, like one time I was playing like rank number 20, something like that, and it's just smoking him. And one thing I always did, because Duke Nukem had the buttons where you can make fun of people, it had the soundtracks like "You suck." Oh, you know what I mean, Roger? And you take an RPG, you blast somebody RPG to the face, and you're like, "You suck, you suck, you suck." You know what I mean? Just pisses them off. Man. But I remember I played both the number 1 ranked and the number 2 ranked on that, and
never beat him.
No, dude. As good as I was against like the number 20th guy,
it was like
I was the number 20th guy, and they're just like, oh man, it was rough. But it was super fun playing that game. I do have a decent story on that. So when I started doing corporate IT, it was a bunch of guys, were staying late at work. And he's like, oh, I know, let's play a video game. And I was like, okay, I'm down. Yeah. And he was like, Duke Nukem, you can play 8 people at the same time. Let's play Duke Nukem. And I was like, okay. I did not say anything. And it after the first game, it became a 7 versus 1. because I
bet you were still smoking them, too.
And I was still smoking them.
Oh, man.
They just said, okay, we're not playing Duke Nukem anymore.
Let's go play something else.
And this was probably only 6 months off of me being pro.
Oh, so you weren't even, like, peaked up yet. You were still learning.
No. I'm saying this was like 6 months after I stopped playing.
Oh, I see. You still had the knowledge.
Yeah. It wasn't like it had been years later or something. I was pretty fresh still.
Wow.
And I was just... They thought they were good, and oh my god,
smoke.
They were so it was just rolling over him. It was like I thought somebody was gonna play, and then when you throw in all the taunts, oh man, it's just like, and these are coworkers that's sitting like right next to me, and it's just like, yeah, you suck, you know what I mean? And then Anyways, I love.
Duke Nukem 3D. That's the sauce right there.
That was it.
Dang. All right. After that one, we got Super Mario 64. Now, this was the year
so I'm guessing...
This is 1996.
Nintendo 64 just came out because it's... now it's Super and 64 Mario.
Whoa. This is still a very popular game today.
Yeah, full 3D worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty revolutionary on what, because no longer side scroller. Everything is pretty much
everything is 3D objects.
Yeah, everything is polygons,
3D, not just pictures like Duke Nukem.
Amazing.
Very cool. Very good game.
Yeah.
Lots of speedrunners. They're getting these crazy sub 1 minute times on this game now. It's
the whole game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have these categories.
I mean, sub 1 minute.
They have these categories called
you can't even
zero.
Beat the first level.
Zero. Well, they don't even go into the first level. They glitch through the walls.
Oh my gosh!
But they have these categories called 0 star, which is where you get no stars, and you just glitch your way into Bowser. And then there's 16 stars, which is the minimum amount you need to get to the outside of the door, and you can glitch through and get to the last Bowser. And then there's 70 star, which is a legitimate run. You don't need any glitches to get through any doors. And then they have 120 star, which is full 100% completion of the game. And they're fast at it nowadays because they've been doing it for how long is the game? 25 years.
Yeah,
they've been doing it for a long time.
Right.
But after Super Mario 64, we have Quake 1996. Much like Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah, I think
very multiplayer.
Quake was all about the multiplayer.
Yeah.
It had turned from just doing levels to multiplayer. And I think Duke Nukem was like, oh, this is the same year.
Yeah. It was similar.
There was also right. There was a campaign mode in Duke Nukem. I didn't remember doing that. And it was just like, this isn't fun.
Yeah, modern day Duke Nukem, you picking up turds out of toilets or something.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking about Quake.
Ruined. Yeah, Quake. Quake was pretty big, I know, for after work LAN parties.
Yeah.
Too.
A lot of people play Quake.
Yep.
They have even you play pretty much any game, and there's a field of view slider, and you can set it to maximum, which is 120 degrees of view. That's serious.
I wish.
And they always call it. They always call it. But they
There's
call
a guy
it
shooting
Quake
me
mode
in my ear, and I can't see them. Oh.
360 field of view. But they always call it Quake mode because Quake was always known for having these crazy field of views that stretched the side of the screen super far. But after that, we have Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow from 1996.
Oh, lots of colors.
Oh, yeah. Lots of colors.
I never got into Pokemon at all.
Yeah, which is weird because you liked Final Fantasy. And they're kind of similar, like the turn-based RPG. And you can grind until your Pokemon's level 100, and then you go one-shot the last boss.
That sounds interesting.
But Pokemon nowadays is, I think it's, the biggest company, entertainment company in the worthe outside of Amazon.
I did not know that
they started off in company 1996.
But I know I played the game on the phone,
Pokemon Go, where you walk around at the park and
that one.
Oh my gosh, there's a Snorlax, and everybody runs over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I know we lived up here next to a park where it was like one of the only places that you could get water type Pokemon in like a 30-mile radius. Like you had to go to the lake or this park to get water type Pokemon.
Yeah,
for
but this
some
park
reason.
also had just, what was it, like 35 different stops?
Oh yeah, there was stops everywhere. There was like 3 gyms.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Awesome park that we could just walk up to and be like, boom, 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 guys, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
constantly.
everywhere.
They did so many, you'd have to stop and be
the sun's going down, and there's still hordes of people just walking around with their phone out.
Hundreds of people just roaming the park.
People started pulling up in food trucks.
Yep.
It was getting
trucks,
so popular.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
That was not 1996.
That was not 1996. That was 2015?
I think that was 2017.
Oh, it might have been 2017.
Yeah.
I might have gone backwards a couple of years on accident. But last up here, we have Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64.
Now, this was the big one.
Yeah. So they had tried Mario Kart earlier on the Super Nintendo, and it was good.
It was good.
But this was, since now everything is native 3D.
Yeah,
the whole
you could
system
see
is native
everything.
3D. This was like, boom, this is how you do
4-player co-op, or not co-op, but versus.
Right. 4-player simultaneous.
Racing game with
Chuck
the items.
in the
Rainbow
shells
Road.
And yeah. Awesome, awesome game.
Tons of people, just like Mario, not Party, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, tons of people still speedrunning it every day.
Nice.
Just these games from the 64. People love them.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all we have for today. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can catch us next time where we talk about Laffy Taffy jokes that open a wormhole to another galaxy.
Whoa. What if it's taffy?
Like the whole galaxy made out of taffy?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye.